music that you play there? What is that? How do you call that folk music?
I think it was Studs Terkel who asked Big Bill Brunzi, did he consider his blues music to be folk music? And Big Bill says, well, never heard no horses.
Don't hesitate. It could be your ticket to a new tomorrow.
I got bones under my skin, starving to death on Avenue D. Now a beggar, once a king. I shed all my faith and fancy rings. They pricked me with a razor and shaved my head. I wasn't made for pitching work. Don't want to trade in these teeth for a shot in the heart. I've got a healthy taste for meat. I'll kill every fish that's in the sea, drag a net loose through the dark to catch a preacher swollen with pride who hides his shadow in the robes of Christ. No, the world isn't quite so round. They hear you think you're on just a stump in the ground. You're just another animal on the prowl. Everybody's looking for a meal, every tied up dog, every woman in heels. Some of them kneel at the altar to pray, some of them use each other as bait. Most of them are looking for something to steal. I know not how the hammer falls, nor of the hand that moves the plow, but the price to pay will be in sand. It won't satisfy the hungry man. It'll be like a hurricane that hunts you down through the cracks in your window and under your door. It gets down into your belly like the termites in the floor, and all you ever see is meat at the butcher shopping on your TV screen. You wonder what it's like feeding at the top. Can't you see yourself feeding at the top? Telling everybody that they better get lost. Be a beggar than a cowboy king who smiles on his saddle while spitting on the dead. I lost my position cause I showed my teeth. The lives were getting heavy, I just had to get clean of the honest politicians and their crooked dreams. I've got 1 tooth left and a cardboard crown I wear upon my head like a royal clown. The people that pass, they clench their hands. Don't want to look into the eyes of such a pitiful man. Don't want to recognize themselves in such a hungry man. Everybody's looking for a meal. Every tied-up dog, every woman in heels. Some of them kneel at the altar to pray. Some of them muse each other as bait. Most of them are looking for something to steal. So if you're looking for a meal, don't leave it to fate. You've gotta be sharp as a dagger and ready for the price you pay.
Yeah. The show is Horses Sing None of It. My name is Ralph Litwin, and our guest today is here all the way from San Francisco, Annie Stanonet's on fiddle. Welcome to the show.
Thanks,
and Alexei Walkman on the guitar and songwriter. And they go under the name of the Blind Willies.
Just Blind Willies.
Blind Willies?
Yeah.
How did you come about that name?
It's in homage to all Blind Willie McTell, Blind Willie Johnson, all the Blind Willies. And when we were in high school, we had a folk group, and we used to, the school sent us to various corporate luncheon kind of things to get money for the school, and we'd play for them. So we needed a name, so we came up with that. And they thought at first that it was a euphemism for, I don't know what, some kind of sexual euphemism, I guess, but it was always Blind Willie McTell, homage to those great blues guys, which went over their heads, I guess, but so that's what it's always been. Yeah. And it's, yeah. You like the name, don't you, Annie? Blind Willies?
Yeah.
I like it.
Actually, someone wanted to name us Heritage at one point, but I said no to that. I said it had to be Blind Willies.
I thought of Willie McTell first.
Yeah, that's what I thought of too. Yeah.
So what can you tell us about that first song?
That first song, it's called Everybody's Looking for a Meal, and it's the title track of a new album that we just finished recording and mixing and mastering. And it's inspired by, have you ever seen all of David Attenborough's nature series?
Planet Earth.
Planet Earth and Blue Planet? Blue Planet?
The Living Planet?
Yeah, Living Planet. Anyway, I spent a long time, my senior year of college, just watching that all the time instead of really doing what I was supposed to be doing. And so that sort of...
You got straight A's and graduated in 3 years anyway.
Yes, but I was mostly watching David Attenborough nature series, and that's just the idea for the song, Everybody's Looking for a Meal, came from that. Because throughout the show, that's, it's one scene after another of animals going after each other. So that's where that song came from.
Cool.
Yeah.
What else would you like to play for us?
We're going to play a song called Don't Trade in Paradise. And let me just put the cable on. All right. Ready, Annie? My buckle and a dog that don't whine. Been on this street too long, it's time I was gone. To the Spanish girl selling food in the street, I hear your laughter as I drop money at your feet. For 25 cents in a mission boutique, I can choose from the women there naked on the wall. But I don't want to come crashing down.
out of heaven with a habit and a crown. 5 shots at 2 a.m. of strangers in the heat, moaning for his mother in the middle of the street. A blast of silence to that immigrant kid. I don't believe in God, but I'll say a prayer for him. Don't trade in paradise for this. Don't trade in paradise for this. Another drink, another kiss. Don't trade in paradise for this. Dancing outside that sad cafe, the rain washing scabs off your face. If you wanna go now, it's never too late. Sleeping on the cold ground neath the overpass, on a sinking island filled with nothing but trash. Been such a long time since my dreams were sweet. I'm strung out on the wire, I'm still looking for the sea. Upon my watch still got these chains that echo every time I pass an alleyway. I swear I'll cut this coiled snake, leave it on the tracks for a passing train. I'm tired of this bourgeois town, tired of its saints, with their long string of pearls and that grin and that face, lit up like a neon motel sign, claiming they can turn water into wine. Don't trade in paradise for this. Don't trade in paradise for this. Another drink, another kiss. Don't trade in paradise for this. Dancing outside that sad cafe, the rain washing scabs off your face. If you wanna go now, it's never too late.
Yeah. You young folks sure sound good together.
Thank you.
That song came, we played a cafe called the Brainwash Cafe in San Francisco, and it doubles as a laundromat. And except no one was there to see us. They were all just in the back washing their clothes, and you could hear all the machines turning, and no one was in the room listening to us, except for this one homeless guy. It was raining outside, and he walked by the store, and he was dancing out in front for a while with an umbrella over him. And finally he came in, and he sat down right in front of us and closed his eyes for a couple of songs and just listened very intently. And the people working there tried to get him to leave. My father walked over to the people working and said, "You can't do that. He's the only person listening to us. You know, he's the only one in the audience for us." And so they let him stay, and he ended up writing a note to us about himself, and I based the song off of the note.
Wow, that's a great story. So Annie, you're a great fiddler, and apparently David Grisman thinks so too. You went on a tour with him?
Yeah, I went on a... It was actually kind of weird because I grew up playing bluegrass, so I listened to him as I was growing up, and I got into gypsy jazz music when I was about 18 years old, and I'd been playing it for a few months, and this person who manages a the Robin Nolan trio and puts on Django Fests heard me, and somehow I got this gypsy caravan tour with David Grisman, and it was music that I'd only begun to learn, and I'd been playing gypsy jazz for a couple of months, so I was really nervous because that wasn't really my forte, but anyway, it was really cool because he didn't know who I was, and it was really exciting to play with him. And during one of the sound checks, they were like, okay, fiddle, and I started playing the first tune that he ever wrote. It's like a bluegrassy dog tune, and then he turns around and then he starts playing harmony with me, and everyone's like, whoa, you play bluegrass? So yeah, that was pretty cool.
So what are you guys going to do next?
Yeah, the next song is called Sinner's Medley, and it's a combination of a Yiddish folk song called Shah Still that we arranged, and my own song called Shadows Everywhere. And actually, Grisman heard us play this, and he told us that he thinks it's a little frantic, but we think differently, and we're going to play it.
Well, no, he said it was awfully loud or something
yeah.
for a song that says be quiet.
Yeah, it's awfully loud for a song that says be quiet, but I think it's appropriate, so.
About your recordings and your touring schedule and forth.
You can find us at blindwillies.net or myspace.com/blindwillies, and that has all our information.
Great. Or you can write blindwillies at blindwillies.net, and they're showing a picture of your first recording, which is called what?
The Unkindness of Ravens.
Unkindness of Ravens. These songs we're listening to now are from your second recording that you've just finished the recording for.
Yeah, we just finished that, and that's called Everybody's Looking for a Meal.
Tanzen dort even, lass mir alle Blätter mit der Hand. Schau, still, mach nicht den Gerede, der Rebbe geht schon tanzen wieder. Schau, still, mach nicht den Gewalt, der Rebbe geht schon tanzen bald. Und als der Rebbe tanzen, tanzt auch mit der Tisch, lass mir alle Tuppen mit der Fiss. Still, mach nicht den Gewalt, der Rebbe geht schon copper in an old man's pockets. I left my conscience at the door. If I can pick that penny treasure, I won't go hungry for a while. Keep your finger on the trigger, my nose is on the ground. I don't like sun in the morning, I wasn't favored by the master's hand. Cold night in the city, bones rattle like dice. Instead of lucky 7, I roll the mean snake eyes. Good people, don't worry, I don't want to take your picture. I just want your money, small change for the night. The day is desire, the earth is flat and bare. The desert's creeping closer, there are shadows everywhere. My life is like a sinking stone, falling fast through the water. It's so cold on the bottom, sitting on the top of the throne. The devil had my number, there was no room to stand. $100, I sold out for nothing. I used to be an accountant, working towards the big prize. It may have broken my spirit, but I still know how to sin. You say you're tired of the parasites, hungry in the gutter. My skin is on fire, my skin is on fire. City Hall is gilded gold, but what's that smell? I'm made on a hustler, dripping down to his toes. I may be just an insect, stealing crumbs from your plate. Don't think I can't see clearly the shadows on your face.
You've got a really unique sound, the two of you together.
Yeah.
Have you played around with making up a label for it?
We have our own, a label. Well, in the studio, my recording engineer, Lemon, his name's Lemon DeGeorge, he called it Metallifolk. So, I mean...
As good as any other.
I guess, yeah, that's all right. I'll go with that. You know, usually when people ask, we usually just say Americana, but that really encompasses so much music that it doesn't really describe what we do by just saying Americana. But Metallifolk, I guess that's a little closer.
Hard to put
and
a
that
label
song,
on it.
The Shadows Everywhere, was really inspired by Annie's gypsy jazz playing. So when she started getting into that, I was inspired to write that song. So it's gypsy jazz, Bertolt Brecht, Kurt Weill influenced. And then we found that Yiddish song, and it just went together perfectly.
Great piece. Well, you've got about 3 minutes left in the show.
3
So,
minutes? Oh,
yeah.
so do you want to do trampin'?
If you want to do it, I'll do it with you.
All right, let's do trampin'. So trampin', it's a traditional gospel tune that I rewrote and we rearranged. So.
Thanks for being our guest on
Yeah.
Horses Sing None
Thank you.
of It.
Thank you. And you remember to sing the chorus too with us. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's a big sing-along that we usually do when people are willing to participate. Sometimes they just sit in the audience with blank stare on their face, and you can't get them to sing, and it just crashes. But it's great when everyone sings. Okay. To the end. I'm tramping, tramping, trying to leave heaven behind. I'm tramping, tramping, trying to leave heaven behind. I'm traveling through the wilderness with a sword and crown, trying to leave heaven behind. Everywhere I walk they call it sacred ground, so I'm trying to leave heaven behind. I'm tramping, tramping, trying to leave heaven behind. I'm tramping, tramping, trying to leave heaven behind. With a book of prayer and a bottle of wine, try to leave heaven behind. They'll crucify a stranger though he's done his time, so I'm trying to leave heaven behind. I'm tramping, tramping, trying to leave heaven behind. I'm tramping, tramping, trying to leave heaven behind. I took that trip, Lord, felt no pain, trying to leave heaven